Welcome. This is Erie County District Attorney John Flynn, and like I said, welcome to our Erie County District Attorney YouTube program that we do every week to talk about various topics here in the criminal justice system. This week I want to talk about two proposed pieces of legislation that are percolating in Albany, New York here. Before I talk about it, let me just preface my remarks here with, there has been a lot of criminal justice reform pieces of legislation that have occurred over the past few years. And generally, I have been supportive of a lot of those pieces of legislation. Take, for example, raise the age, bail, the marijuana legislation. All those pieces of major criminal justice reform, I did not personally come out against. I had concerns about all three. There are certain parts of the raise the age bill that I don't like. There are certain parts of the bail reform package that I don't like. And there are certain parts of the marijuana legalization that I don't like either. But I understand the overriding problem that we in the criminal justice world have over the past 50 to 100 years, and that is the over-incarceration of our society. And I recognize that, and I want to do something to fix that, especially when it comes to communities of color. However, right now in Albany, there are two pieces of legislation that are so harmful that I believe to public safety that I cannot even get on board at all in any context of it. And those are the Elder Parole Acts and the Fair and Timely Justice Acts. The Fair and Timely Parole Act, what that one does is that basically flips the analysis for when the parole board is reviewing a candidate for release back into society on parole. Right now, the way the law stands is that the parole board looks at the facts of the case, what happened, the nature of the crime, what the victims have to say, whether or not he's a danger to society, et cetera, et cetera. And then they look at the defendant's prison record and how they behaved in jail while they were incarcerated. What this new piece of legislation does, it flips that. It turns it upside down where now the first thing the parole board is going to look at is how they behaved in prison. And then they're going to look at all the other stuff next. That's dangerous. You put that together with the Elder Parole Act, which says that if you have served 15 years of your sentence and you are 55 years old, you're automatically up for parole. Now, to be fair, that doesn't automatically mean you're going to be released at age 55 if you've done 15 years. The parole board is still going to review your package. But if the parole board now is reviewing your package with the presumption that you're going to be released if you've been a good little boy or girl in prison, okay? And then you put that together with the 55 and 15 years that you've done. What we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen, are the worst of the worst. The murderers, the rapists, the child sex offenders, all walking out of prison before their sentence was up, given by a judge, given by an elected judge. See, what we're doing here is that we're taking power out of the third branch of government. Our third branch of government, the courts, duly elected judges, imposed a sentence on this defendant for a murder, a rape, a child sex act. And now Albany wants to change that and take that out of the judge's hands. Doesn't matter what the judge said at all. Doesn't matter what crime was committed. Doesn't matter the impact on a victim at all. and now let this person walk out because they have been so much, in their mind, rehabilitated in prison. And again, this is extremely dangerous. And so, I'm hopeful that these bills are not going to pass. I'm hopeful they don't even come up for a vote. But it's my obligation as a district attorney of Erie County to let the public know what's going on behind closed doors in Albany and shedding a light on it so we all know what hopefully will not happen in the future. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.